take a second to wait, and no, you're good.
Good morning, Ryle students and faculty. This week is National Suicide Prevention Week, and so we wanted to take a few minutes just to open up some conversation about suicide. As we know, suicide is a serious issue and can touch anyone, as we've experienced the last couple of weeks. And so many suicides really could be avoided if we just had some honest communication about it. Hopefully you received your suicide prevention brochure, and I'm going to refer to that here in a few minutes. But I wanted to start by just giving you some statistics that I found to be very striking. Each year, 2,877 students between the ages of 13 and 19 die by suicide. And each year, 1 in 6 high school students seriously consider committing suicide. If we put that in terms of students here at Ryle, that means roughly 330 Ryle students each year could possibly be contemplating committing suicide. 1 in 13 high school students each year attempt suicide 1 or more times. So as you can see, suicide is something that is pretty widespread and something that we really need to take seriously. It's a reality that life can be very difficult. We all go through difficult times. We have issues in our family. We have broken relationships with boyfriends, girlfriends, friendships. We have money issues. We lose people to death, whether it's by suicide or just natural causes. And all of those things are very difficult to get through sometimes. But what usually helps us the most is the supportive relationships that we have in our lives, whether that be our parents, our friends, other relatives, your teachers, counselors, principals here at school. Those relationships and being able to open up and talk about when life is hard for us is the thing that is going to be most helpful in getting you through a really difficult time. However, not everyone feels like they have a supportive relationship that they can turn to. So it's really important that we be looking out for one another, and that you as a friend know what to look for in your friends to potentially stop someone for making the decision of trying to commit suicide. If you look in your brochure, on the inside flap, there are possible triggers. These are all behaviors or incidences that could happen in life that might lead someone to contemplate taking their own life. Some of those we've already talked about as far as a breakup or a death, family conflict, things like that. In the center of the brochure are the warning signs that friends should look for, as far as your friends making comments about that they just don't think that they can do it anymore, feeling hopeless, withdrawing, not wanting to do anything with you anymore, not wanting to hang out with anybody, wanting to sleep all the time. There are many different warning signs that you can look for, and those are all in the center of your brochure. Sometimes people feel like that they really can't help somebody unless they're a trained counselor. That could not be further from the truth. Sometimes the most beneficial thing that a person can do is just to show that they care and to listen. However, if you really feel like a friend is truly struggling and you feel like you're in over your head, it's very important that you reach out to a trusted adult and let them know about your concerns for your friend. You are not betraying your friend by doing that. You are potentially saving a life. So it's very, very important that you do so. Because of the seriousness of suicide, I think it's really important to point out that we really need to be sensitive in the comments that we make. I know a lot of times I'll overhear kids saying, well, I'm just going to kill myself, or, so-and-so should just kill themselves. And while you might think that you're just joking and it's funny, it's really not, because you don't know who is around you that maybe this has been a real issue for. And those kinds of casual comments can be very hurtful. So just please keep that in mind and try to be sensitive to the people around you as far as what they may be going through at any given time, and not joking or making crass comments about things that are very serious issues. If you yourself are struggling with thoughts of suicide and you really don't know what to do, I think it's important for you to realize that there's a whole bunch of people here at Ryle that really care about you. Your teachers, your counselors, your principals, your friends. There are many people who would love to be there for you and to help you come up with a plan for how to feel better and how to get through a difficult situation. Don't be ashamed to admit that you're struggling. We all struggle at some time, just to different degrees. And actually asking for help is a strength. It's not a weakness. So if this is something that you're struggling with, come to the counselor's office today and talk with your counselor, and we'll come up with a plan how to get you through this. All right, just a reminder that today we will be having an assembly related to suicide during 5th period. I think it's for sophomores and seniors. Sophomores and juniors. If you are still really struggling with the loss of Joey and just feel like that's something that you cannot handle, we want to be sensitive to that and have made arrangements for the Family Resource Center to be open during that time for you to go there. So teachers, if a student indicates that they just do not feel like they could participate in the assembly today, don't hesitate to send them to the Family Resource Center. Also, seniors, at this time, if you signed up to meet with the Moorhead College rep, you can proceed to the library now for that meeting. If you do not have a sophomore rep, you can turn off your TVs at this time. For the sophomores, we have Mr. Pruitt from Graduate Services who will be with us today that's going to be talking about class rings.
Thank you. Good morning, sophomores. My name is John Pruitt. I'm here on behalf of the Graduate Service, Herff Jones Company, and I'm glad to be here this morning with you for a few minutes to discuss with you a tradition that not only takes place here at Ryle High School, but it is a tradition that takes place at every academic institution all across our great country, and that is the class ring tradition. I remember when I was in high school and I had the opportunity to purchase my class ring, first thing I had to do was get the information home to my parents. Obviously, Mom and Dad wanted to be a part of that process. So, sophomores, you should be receiving a packet of information in your wrap period, in your class that you're in right now. Please take the packet of information home to Mom and Dad. That's kind of where it begins, so they can help you make some decisions on what type of ring, what type of metal, in those important decisions. Get your parents involved. I had lots of phone calls last week from sophomore parents here at Ryle that were asking when they would be receiving class ring information. So I gave them this date of this morning that I would be speaking with you for a few minutes, that you would receive a packet of information. So please, sophomores, do your part. Take the packets home. We are going to have some dates that we are going to be back. And if you take a look at the outside of your packet, look on that envelope. When you get this information home to parents, they are going to have a couple of questions. The first question they're going to say is, when is the order due? When is Herff Jones and Graduate Service here at Ryle for us to work with them and for us to get your class ring ordered? There is some dates. They're on the front there, right on the outside of your packet. It says Parent Order Night. That is going to be Monday, September 16th. I will be back here. My staff will be back with me as well after school from 3 o'clock until 7 o'clock. We typically set up in the main lobby, but you can come in very casually. You can try the rings on. You can get your ring size. You can work with our ring specialist one-on-one to make sure that we get you the correct ring and help you through that experience. We will also be here that same day, Monday, September the 16th, during lunch. So if you'd like to stop by during lunch to see the rings a little closer or to get your ring size and then meet your parents after school, you can do that as well. So please, sophomores, make sure that you do get the information home to Mom and Dad. Now, inside the information, you're going to have a catalog. There is a price guide. There is a Ryle Raider ring package that's exclusive just for Ryle. But most importantly, there is a catalog. And this catalog, sophomores, is going to take you through the whole process of how you design your ring. See, the class ring tradition, it started at West Point in the 1800s. 1800s. And those cadets at West Point wanted to create something that would represent themselves, their class, and their school. And so those three concepts came up with the very first class ring. Your Ryle ring has that same tradition and same meaning behind it, meaning that you get to design your ring for you, what you're involved in. If you're in a sport, you're in an activity, you're in the band, you're in the drama club, you're in cheering, whatever it is that represents your time here at Ryle, you could design that and put that on one side of your ring. The other side of your ring, being that it represents your school, that goes back to your custom Raiderman mascot. And we're going to have these again in hand with us on Monday, September the 16th, for you to take a look at those and what they look like on the ring. But the ring design and that whole process has changed a little bit. You know, when I was in high school, there was no option of what sort of ring style to pick. It was all one type of ring. The gemstone was one color. It was our school color, and those were it. That was the options. I could choose the metal, but that was it. My parents, when they ordered their rings, very similar. One ring style for the guys, one ring style for the ladies. As you look through your information, you're going to see lots of different ring styles, and your ring is a way for you to tell your story. And you see on the screen here a few different rings. There are some standard rings that have been around for a long time. Those are very classic in nature, and then there are some rings that are non-traditional rings. And you can see here, ladies, especially if you would like to get a class ring that is a non-traditional looking class ring. Guys, if you would like to have a little more of a championship ring look, those rings are available as well. But that's going to be one of the bigger options for you to decide on, is what type of ring style. So again, as I said in the beginning, when you get the information home to parents, they may be a little confused about how to begin this process. What you can do is take the catalog out, and as you open up your catalog, there is an easy design guide right on the inside cover, and this will take you through the process of designing your ring. And it'll say step 1, choose your ring style. Step 2, choose the metal. And I can tell you, on the metal, we offer gold. There's yellow gold, there's white gold. Sophomores, gold is expensive. It is something that's controlled on the world market. We do not get to set the price of gold. That is done for us. But there are alternatives to gold. A very affordable ring metal is called white ultrium. About 85% of the high school rings that we sell today are made out of the white ultrium. It looks like white gold, but it is a lot less expensive than gold. Again, we will have these options available to you to view on September the 16th. Another tool or design guide would be to get on the website. You can go to herfjones.com, design your ring online. You can pick different options. Gives you a choice to virtually see the ring. That will also give you an idea of the cost and how things work with the different options that you're interested in for your Ryle ring. Another reminder, and again, these dates are on the outside. We will try to get some messages sent out to parents to remind them. But on Monday, September the 16th, after school from 3 to 7, we're going to be located in the front lobby right as you walk in, or the upper commons. We will be available to help you. We're also going to be here Monday, September the 16th during lunch as well. A couple of final things to leave you with that you could let parents know. When you come back on Monday, September the 16th, sophomores, to order your official Ryle ring, you do not have to pay for the whole entire ring. We're going to have you, we'll have an opportunity for you to put a deposit or a down payment down. In most cases, it's a $75 down payment. That's the initial payment that secures your order. We can then send that order to the plant, get all of your custom options built on the ring. Then we will have a day that we come back and deliver the rings. It usually takes about 8 weeks or so to make the rings. Some parents will make payments along the way. Others will pay in full up front, but you need that initial payment to get the ring ordered. The second thing is, parents are going to have questions about, well, you're only a sophomore. What happens if you lose the ring? What happens if it's stolen? What if you need to have the ring resized? All of our Herff Jones ring sophomores come with a lifetime warranty, so it's free ring resizing, free stone replacement, even if the ring is lost, stolen, or damaged beyond repair, you've got some insurance through the Herff Jones Company that it is a minimal remake fee to replace that ring that was destroyed or lost or stolen. So remind your parents, down payment only, on order day, full lifetime warranty. Representatives from Herff Jones Graduate Service will be here next Monday, September the 16th, after school from 3 to 7. Another big question is, what is your ring size? Sophomores, I'd like to thank you for your time and attention. Glad to be with you this morning. Please make sure you take the packets home. Call our local office if you have questions, or please come see us again Monday, September the 16th during your lunch periods or after school from 3 to 7. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.